Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. Thank you. Hello, Halito. Halito.
You will see what's going on. Happiness is your desire. Inside of yourself, you hold the key. Just have faith in what you're doing. Be yourself, and you'll be free. You and you, I am me. That's the way it was. Let you be yourself. Everything you do, don't give up, 'cause all has done to you. Open up your eyes, open up your heart, open up your heart. We can feel this world. You just got to breathe. No one else. No one else. I don't care what the people say. You got to be yourself. Be yourself today. Open up your heart so we can feel this world. You just got to be no one else. No one else. I don't care. No, I don't care. I said I don't care.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of African Americans Ain't Africans, the Think Show that proves without a shadow of a doubt that the so-called African American didn't find his way to America in the trunk of a ship. I'm your host, the Indigenous One. That song was dedicated to everybody's on here that's listening. So when I was growing up as a kid, 17, 18 years old, those were the kind of songs that came on the radio when I was growing up. I mean, most of the songs that you heard were like that. The music has changed, to make you act like a fucking asshole. And you know what I'm talking about. It's songs like that that have you do introspection on yourself. Look at yourself. What can you do? Who are you? Are you just following around being something that doesn't work, trying to be in some artificial environment mentally, where physically and psychologically you down here with the rest of us? So I wanted to share that song with you because the sister was just basically saying, her name Deborah Laws. The name of the song is Be Yourself. Eloise, Hubert, her whole family is a musical family. Please listen to that song again and check out the words. On the program last night, we had a young man. He was pushing a foreign doctrine. And Lisa and I, we talked about that, from last night till today, how that we can't get out of these fake ideas. Somebody teach you that you're a monkey and you start acting like a monkey. If somebody come up and say, okay, we're going to call these breathing, living human beings, we're going to call them black. You will start because you don't think you're not black. You're not the color black, but you can't seem to not do it. That's because you have been trained. You have been trained. Not one of you on this chat is black, the color black. Look at your cell phone, look at your shoes. I mean, that shit shouldn't even have to be explained. That's why at one time when you called your ancestors that, they didn't play. You get the shit slapped out of you. You're not a thing. But the African American, the black, the Negro, they have been trained to be things. Things can only be what somebody else makes them. This is simple. This is simple. Things can only be what somebody makes them, what somebody trains them to be. And so what this sister was saying in the song is, listen, you on this planet for a reason. I don't know what it is. You and your whatever, who you're on this planet for a reason. Every single last one of us. Nobody's different, better, nothing. You're here to do something. You better figure out what that shit you're supposed to be doing is. Because time waits for no man. So joining me tonight to discuss this problem that we have. I mean, you have us calling ourselves Native Americans, huh? That's for other people who are trying to get in and steal your identity. Why don't you just call yourself American? Why you got to put Native in front of it? See, we don't ask those questions. We just go along with what is said. The majority of us, not all of us. More than 50% goes with what's said all the time. So do not hand this type of thinking over to your children. Make a joke. I noticed if you make a joke out of it, make it funny, they can digest it better. Because the actions we continuously take isn't for our benefit, it's for somebody else. Lisa, how you doing tonight?
Halito, Kayuk.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, good to be here.
Thank you for being here. Chief Ratman, you here?
What's that? Yeah.
I'm seeing if Chief Ratman, can we hear him now?
You should be. I don't know what happened.
He's here. He's on.
Can you speak?
You there, Chief Ratman?
Yeah, we can't hear you though. Can you turn up your volume or something? Your volume.
So how was your day?
It was great. Cannot complain. I didn't accomplish a lot, but I accomplished relaxation, which is good. I like that. I needed it. So, and a little research is always nice too.
Right. Well, you did something, and so that's what we're trying.
I did something. Got a little research.
That's what we're trying to get. That's what we're trying to get around. That's the name of the program is "Be Your American Indian Self."
Right.
You see, everybody's rushing over here to be you.
Right. Right.
Everybody's rushing over here to be you. The people that come over here, they go back home being more you than them.
Right.
Why does that happen? When
It
do you
doesn't make
go,
any sense.
right? When do you go somewhere? And
Meanwhile, they are changing who you are and who your ancestors are every day, right? They are erasing you from your continent, erasing you from your heritage every day, okay? So, because you're so preoccupied worrying about things that we shouldn't be worrying about, they are changing any prospects you have of being who you are, claiming your inheritance, claiming your heritage every day. So we need to be aware of this. We need to be aware of this, and not only be aware of this, be proactive. Be proactive about doing the most with what we have and who we are, and the gifts we are given, because we are a greatly gifted people. We are massively gifted, massively. A lot of people say, oh, I can dance, I can sing, I can draw, I can paint, I can, fix things, I can, build things. Yeah, that is the majority of us are so multiple skilled. And the ones that really aren't, it's really a lack of exposure, or a lack of exposure and opportunity. Because I was like looking at, Jaguar Wright rather, this interview today, and I was like, she's very talented. I mean, but she talked about she was playing the piano at 2 or 3 and doing like concertos or concert pianist stuff at 10. And I'm like, but then again, how many kids got a piano that they can play in their house? How many people are exposed to that kind of like instrument? You know what I mean? So, I mean, a lot of people, because we are so skillful and we are such a creative, talented, inventive people, if more of us had more exposure to the things, different things, the things that we could do, it's just unimaginable. The things we could do, because a lot of it is just because of lack of exposure. That's simple. Give us the exposure, put the thing in our hands, and we're gonna make something out of it. Period. And it's not like, oh, you're just so uniquely talented. No. I mean, yeah, we're uniquely talented, but that is like very common amongst us. I'm not trying to take away anybody's talent, but what I'm trying to say is that we are a talented creators. We are talented genius creators. That's what we are. Kanye is not an anomaly. He's a common thing. But also think about Kanye. He also was overly exposed to things. His mom got him, equipment that other kids were not able to get, or he was exposed to kind of like creative encouragement that some parents were in the right condition mentally to encourage, right? So you got to understand that a lot of what a certain amount of us lack it's just because of a lack of exposure, a lack of opportunity to exercise our gifts. And what I want to encourage everybody is we need to be focused at this time and exercising our gifts and encouraging and feeding and seeding the growth of the gifts of, if not just our young, but the young people around us, the older people around us, the gifted people around us who aren't giving the seeds to grow, giving the opportunity or the seeds to grow, or don't have the fertilizer to grow, or don't have the watering to grow. If you got it, sitting in your house, hoarding whatever you got, your time, your energy, your money, your resources, ain't doing nothing for nobody. You're going to leave this planet with a bank account that somebody's going to just, it's going to just get, just thrown away by somebody. Okay. But if people would actually sow their resources into other gifted individuals, or potentially gifted, or potentially inventive, or potentially creative people, if we would sow that way, instead of like, wow, I need this brand new Switch, or I need a new whatever PlayStation. If we used our money today, going to feed into other people's talent. Maybe somebody wants to be a game developer. You could use that money into seeding something that someone else has the gift for, but doesn't have the resources to move in that direction. That's how we need to be thinking. All this stuff about Kemet and Moors and friggin' Hebrews, that is a deterrent and a waste of your energy and a waste of your resources and your research, because you should be researching your people. Because if you found out exactly who your people were, you're going to find out that they did immensely great things. More than you could ever imagine being proud of, and more recent than thousands and thousands of years ago. Like just as recent as a couple of 100 years ago, you've had people balling out in your family and didn't know it. Less than they're going 150 years ago, people were balling out doing amazing things, but you're not aware of it because you're focused on some ancient people that ain't even your people.
And notice how you have to go back an enormous amount of time, and we're not even sure what time is today, because a lot of people just celebrated the new year in the dead of winter. We all off on time. That's why we always late. We can't never get the time right. We always off. Why? Because we always follow somebody else's dictate. That's all. That's all we ever do. You have something. You mean something to this planet. You're here, right? What is it that you do? What is it that your people did down there from Goose Creek, Mississippi? What made those people special? Them, your people. You don't look at them. You skip time, go back 2,000-3,000 years. Don't know nothing about your great grandmama. Nothing. You skip them, go over and start following that crap and waste your life on that stuff. Don't know. You may have land down there. You may have minerals in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. You don't know because you over there in Moorville. This was a plan to do to you. Listen, these people, these immigrants coming over, they never want to go home. Because you know why? Because that's how long they think they're going to keep you stupid. Can tell you anything and you will defend it and don't know what the hell you talking about. Ask a Christian. And so I'm saying we got to stop playing with this stuff, because really, all these people coming in here, what happened to all the Negroes that would have been here if they weren't aborted, if their mothers and fathers weren't killed in a drive-by 30 years ago, if they didn't overdose? Where are those people? See, we getting out of here fast, and we keep trying to play these stupid ass games. Pay attention, you're not no joke. I don't know many people who are saying this, talking about you. They're always trying to usurp something out of you. Tithes, whatever. Any dumb thing that comes up, we support it. Won't even support yourselves. So be yourself. Be you. I mean, the world we haven't even seen it yet. We haven't even seen it yet. But we're always trying to be somebody in somebody else's story. Somebody writes a story, we become the characters, don't we? Yeah, that's what we do. We want to be the characters. No matter how dumb the story is, we want to be the characters. You're something way greater than those characters that they're showing you. So I'm going to go ahead and put the link to the chat here.
Bronze Enchantress, she mentioned that, oh, just motivate me and pull out my keyboard for my toddlers. I normally do this for them sometimes. Bronze Enchantress, even more so than that. That is awesome. But even more than that, I want to say this. Girl, if you have any kind of skill, let me tell you, my grandchildren are listening. They listen to this. They got kiddie music, right? And it's some kind of like, it sounds like club music or like electronic music, and these kids are bouncing off the walls on this. Like, I don't know what this shit's doing to these kids, but there are a bunch of Caucasian Europeans who are promoting this. They do a lot of toddler videos, a lot of toddler music, and I don't know what it's doing to our babies. Okay, what I need is for us to flood the YouTube with our own toddler kid music. So when our kids are listening to beats, they're listening to our music beats. So yeah, not only should you do music with your toddlers and your kids, Bronze Enchantress, but you need to record. You need to record yourself making music, because what these babies like doing is, I noticed these new wave babies like watching other babies. They like watching other little kids do stuff, like either playing or dancing. They like watching their peers. And even my little what's she like 2-year-old grandbaby, she loves watching other little kids playing and doing stuff. So if you were to do some music stuff and play with the keyboard with your kids, these kids, our babies are going to watch that. And that's going to be like the big thing. That might be your big thing, Bronze Enchantress. And if you start doing that, please let us know, because we want to put you on and support you, because that's what we need to be doing. We're moving forward with massive energy in this day on this planet. We're not stopping and starting, and we don't have time to fuss and fight with other people. We were going to do a build about some daggone other stuff and some issues of people being, racist or what. We ain't got time for that, because we are about building. So yes, Bronze Enchantress, if you have a keyboard, pull that thing out for your toddlers. But even more than that, videotape it and we'll watch it. And we get our babies to watch it, and you get a channel, and we will support it, because that's what we need to be doing. We need to be building, creating. We need to be building things for ourselves, by ourselves. This is what this new age is about. And this new age, this is our age, okay? And this is happening now. This is time for us to get, baby, things are going to happen right now. The energy is now, the time is now. So yeah, if you're inspired to bring out your keyboard, it's more than just that. Bring it out, play with your babies, and videotape it, start a channel. Let you make some money. Okay, let your babies make money. Let our kids be inspired. Let them hear that music that's going to vibrate well in their brains and inspire them and make their brains grow in the right way and fill it with positive energy, not this demonic stuff that we don't know what these people are focusing their brains with. Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Be yourself, because I'm saying you have something that others don't have. The world doesn't even get to see half our stuff because we following somebody else around. And all these excuses that we give ourselves, no, that ain't it no more. Everybody's here for something. Your mom and dad had you for a reason. I don't care, even if it was just getting some ass in the back of a car. You're here. What are you here to do? Stop letting people tell you who you are, what you should be doing. You see the state of the world? How you gonna make it better? What do you think is the best way to make it better? Then jump on it. That's all you do. That's all you can do. Just let somebody tell you about spooky stuff. It ain't gonna get the ball rolling. Get with your family. If you need some help, you can reach me. My address is everywhere, and show you how it's done. What did your people do when they was in Macon, Georgia? They probably built cities. Your father probably was the one who showed them how to do a new roof. You have all this inside. You have innate ability. You just know how to do it because it was taught to you. You didn't even know it. Your grandmothers, your grandfathers did things that nobody else in the world can do. Those gifts are passed down to you. You don't even accept them because you go right over to Hotep. That's how the Negro does it. Be you. You ain't got to go look for no, be you, your best self, your highest self, the best you can be. I mean, what is that like? Instead of always trying to be the worst and the stupidest, the slackiest, the can't even get the words out your mouth, don't let that be a goal. What is it in you that makes you tick? We have a young man with us. Can you hear us? Unmute your mic.
I got him.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry everyone, we're having some technical difficulties here. I don't know what's happening with my laptop here. Usually laptops come with mics inside. So I'm over here panicking like, oh my goodness, I have no idea. And so, thank goodness, we were able to find a way to speakerphone. So that was the only way. Otherwise, I'd just be voiceless right now. So I would like to thank Lisa Cypress for giving me a voice to talk to you guys. And, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you, Kerry, for having me on the show with you and Lisa Cypress here. And I've been listening very closely as I panicked, being creative and being your own. So,
You got a reverb or something in the back.
It's probably for me. I don't know what I'm doing, but okay.
If you can, you can turn down the mic or something won't be too disturbing. Just turn down the volume a little bit so that it won't increase the amount of noises or the beat. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
Just increase the volume of it. Anyway, yes, the part of the creative part, especially, got my attention. I don't know if you guys can see, but yes, I am an author. I recently published my book called Major Turtle Island Gunner. I have an animation on my YouTube channel called the Chief Batman channel. And when you go to it, you can see the promotional animations me and my friend put together to promote my book. And Lisa Cypress already has her copy of it. And
I have 3 copies of it. Actually 6.
Oh, 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's already on board. Definitely. And Kerry should be getting his pretty soon. I know he enjoyed the trailer of it. Kerry, what'd you think of it? What was your opinion?
My opinion is what I was saying earlier. It's a talent, man. Everybody has a talent, and you're showing yours in this piece. And that's what should be pushed out. What we're pushing out now is in getting it. It doesn't enhance growth. It doesn't make people think highly of themselves. It just, I mean, you all hear the music. You hear you see the images that are crumbing across the screen. What is it? The Woman King.
The Woman King. Oh yeah.
You know, ideas and stories like this. We get into this. you can't have your women wanting to be men and your men wanting to be women. I mean, huh? You totally inside out then. And this is the kind of art. These are the kind of ideologies. These are the kind of thoughts that are put in our heads. And when you're out in the, in the world, you see how it has effect on the people. I mean, you can see it. You can see it.
It's disappointing, it's like all over, like this alpha male type thing, like the red pill concept. It's like trying to be mommy and daddy, the single parent system is quite disturbing. And we do need to distance ourselves from such a inconvenient lifestyle. It's really sad. Like how you describe it.
Well, that's what I mean. Be yourself, man. We always trying to do stuff how other people do it.
Right.
Wearing other people's clothes. We always saying what other people say.
Right.
You never say nothing. All you say, notice this, and audience, pick this up. Notice this. When Negroes talk, all they are doing is repeating what they heard somebody else say, normally from the television. Peep that, and you'll see what I'm saying. What do you say? Aren't you on this planet? Don't you see things? Haven't you been taught what's right and what's wrong? Don't you see what's right and wrong? Open your mouth and say something. Do something. It's like the sister saying in the song, be yourself. Damn, what would your grandmother do? What would your grandfather say at a time like this? Pick up those skills and say them. The woman king, right? The woman, huh?
One thing that we really need to be concerned with is that we're being erased, right? We're not only being erased by these, Bruno Mars and these Africans, Afro beats, as if this is what they've been doing all along, as if everything comes from Africa. They have to close the deal by manifesting current music that sounds like ours, right? So then the lies that they tell are supported by present day lie, right? So all of a sudden, everything we said, everything we were was erased because, oh yeah, what are they doing with your historical figures? Well, they're telling you, they're going back on all our historical figures, and they're saying that these folks came from Africa. That's what they're saying, right? And all these historical people are from Africa. They're not from America. They're from Africa. So, like for instance, one of my first book reports or whatever was on Phyllis Wheatley. I love me some Phyllis Wheatley. I was like, yeah, I want to be like Phyllis Wheatley, right? Phyllis Wheatley. They now are saying that Phyllis Wheatley came from Senegal and Gambia. Okay, I don't know if y'all seeing what I'm seeing. Hold on, let me see if y'all seeing what I'm seeing. Are y'all seeing my images? You're not seeing them?
Yes.
I can see it.
What are you seeing now, Matt?
No, Phyllis Wheatley's sitting at the table thinking and writing. I mean, seriously, how many times you see an image with a sister like this?
Right. That's right. How many times do you see an image, especially today where everything's about, you got to show your butt all the time, and you got to disfigure your body, change your body, make yourself as some kind of cartoon character, all of that. Okay. So anyway, Let me go ahead and do this. I guess I have to do it each time. Okay, so this is actually a map from, and it should be showing soon, from 1747. Is it showing yet?
Yeah.
Okay. So this map from this is actually a map from 1747, where, come on now, they didn't even call these places what they call them now. It says Et Gambra, River de Sanga, Fully, Jolofs, Mandingo. They more so tell you about the tribal areas. It is so the fact that they want to flash back, call it by names that it wasn't even called then, and claim that she's from there. It's like their lives are so, they're crazy. They get scholars to say, oh yeah, she was from this and that. There's no record saying she came from anywhere as an African slave. She was not called. Even if you go back to old textbooks, history books, she was not called an African. So, I mean, and even on this brooch that they show all the time, this little figure, this picture of her, this image in the front of her poetry book, doesn't say African. It says, and I'm going to go back to that. Am I back on it?
No.
I don't know if I ever got there, but anyway, let me get back to it. I know I have to go in. I know I have to go out. Okay. So anyway, so she was never called African. She was called a Negro even on that. So like, let's go back and look at that. Okay, so if you go back and look at the image of her in the book, you will see that it says Phyllis Wheatley, Negro servant to John Wheatley of Boston. Which, as you all know, that still doesn't make any sense. Why would he name his servant after her and then have her in books and she's his servant? See, none of that makes sense. So we're under the guise that that she was a servant, Negro servant to John Wheatley, and she was named after him, as if we're supposed to believe that. I don't even know what to tell you. Anyway, I can't speak for Boston because I don't know what they did out there, and they did do a lot of weird stuff. So I don't know. But what I can tell you is that we have been creating from the very beginning, and they have been lying about us, and now they're retro lying and calling us all Africans, and we're too busy worrying about being Kemet, being where Egypt is, and all this other stuff. Meanwhile, they're making us all into immigrants and erasing all our roots here. Now let's look into our African inventors, right? So if you look at this list of greats and inventions, you'll know that let me get this out for you. That George Washington, he's the one who actually developed the law for the patent system, right? He did that. You know why? Because we were inventing so much, he wanted to put some daggone barricade in the way of all our inventions, right? He wanted a method for stealing our inventions. That's what that was. That's why the patent system was developed. It was a systematic method of them being able to steal our inventions, okay? So let's check this out real quick. Okay, I think y'all may have that. All right, so if you look on here, this is actually on the National Geographic, right? African American inventors of the 18th century. Again, everything's an African American, even when that was not the term used at that time. And we should be majorly fighting this. Let me get that down. Okay, we should be majorly fighting this. The patent is a government grant to an inventor for an invention. George Washington signed the first patent law on April 10th, 1790. Okay, that was right after he took over this. Took over this, our nation. Okay, independence, my butt. That was the theft. Okay, that was the war of thievery. Okay, so You got to understand that Benjamin Banneker amazingly was born 1731. He died in 1806. He was amazing. A mathematician, a surveyor, invented the clock. Okay, so you talk about time. We're the people. What? Invented a clock out of wood that struck a gong. The daggone gong clock. The daggone, clock that we use, a cuckoo clock. Them clocks. He invented that. His clock kept time for more than 40 years, and probably would have been longer than that if the damn dumb people that got a hold of it knew how to daggone work it, right? He did the first almanac, lunar and solar eclipses, holidays, and phases of the moon. That's us, okay? We're amazing people. But you might be related to Benjamin Banneker and all these people. I don't know your life, but you too busy going looking at Kemet and try to be a Hebrew and try to be a daggone Moor that you don't know who you are. And that's what they're baking on, that you don't know who you are and you fall into this pit of wanting to be a foreigner. James 4:10. And check out all these people. These people were revolutionary soldiers and stuff. And that's how I was clued into the fact of all my indigenousness, by all the revolutionary soldiers I found in my family. I was like, how do I got 7 revolutionary soldiers? What is going on? They only tell you about Crispic addicts and you think that's it. You start looking at your family, you find 10, 12, revolutionary soldiers, you're going to realize what the Indians were really doing. This man was apprenticed to a sailmaker, learned the trade and the device and patented a device to sail ships. That's crazy. Another revolutionary soldier, George Peake, was part of the settlement of Ohio. He invented a hand mill for grinding corn. He did that. And that's why a lot of times, even to this day, when you see mills grist, called grist, where they grind corn with these stones, grist, those are usually Negro settlements. Those are Indian settlements. Like there's a park called Freedman Park in Georgia. I guarantee you that, okay, first of all, Freedman, that's a hint. And there's a grist mill in the park on the waterfront, off the river. Grist mills, that's us. We did that. Those are large mortar and pestle systems. Okay, so this is the thing. We are always inventing stuff. We have always been creators and inventors. There is nothing that should be stopping us now. Nothing should be getting in our way. Nothing should be deterring us. Nothing should be keeping us distracted. We need to have focus for ourselves and focus for these other generations of children that are being their focus is being misdirected. And we got to stop that. We really got to stop it. We got to make sure we protect them and direct them to the greatness that they are destined to be, because they got them watching a bunch of nonsense that's turning their minds to mush. That's what they got our kids out here looking at. Some of these games, some of these daggone videos are mushifying their minds. Mushifying. Yes, that's a thing. And here, let's look at Benjamin Banneker deeper. Benjamin Banneker, man. I mean, astronomy, mathematics, everything, right? Everything. The clock, they're going to mix it in with some African stuff, try to act like he had African roots and stuff. Oh, yeah, he was a free Negro, but oh, yeah, he had some African. Come on, see, they're trying to send everything to Africa. They're trying to make sure you are a foreigner in your own homeland. Make sure you don't think that you're the Indian. Ever, never.
And
ever, never.
Africans are making sure that they play on that. But
they're getting paid. They're getting paid to claim that now that you belong there.
Hey, and we're the ones We're the ones who made it happen. That's how they use you. All you've been calling is this African American stuff. They here now. Who made that possible? Your scholars. You see the position you put your children into during the Revolutionary War. I bet you $2 it ain't nothing about Africans at the time they were writing about the Civil War. Tell me I'm lying.
They just started talking about Africa in 2010. Okay, that's the real deal. They really just started that in 2010. Hardcore, okay? Really? Well, when did Obama come in office? Okay, let's say 9/11, because 9/11 was a real catalyst for change. And let's get these people under control. Let's get rid of the Indian once and for all. So probably 2001 with that whole, and it was and that whole thing with that foreigner going around shooting up people in Maryland. That was supposed to make everybody scared of the Negro. That was supposed to be like the birth of a nation all over again. That damn foreigner running around in a car shooting up people. Oh, that was supposed to scare everybody into hating us. Make us like enemy number one. It didn't have that kind of effect, evidently. But it did lock down, put our kids on lockdown, and it did allow them to put gun police officers in our schools and to escorting our kids all the way to the day in prison camp. Now, first person to earn a doctorate degree, I don't actually believe that's true, because we had our first university in 1834, which was Cheney State, or Cheney, whatever they called it, Cheney something else before it was Cheney State, but technical school or whatever it was called. But yeah, I mean, we've had people being educated in higher education since 1834. So that he was the first one, I don't think so. That's not even true. So anyway, basically, we've been doing amazing, great things. That's one thing we need to be very, very much aware of.
You know what's important about Lisa showing you this stuff is this is like early 1800s, mid 1800s. No Africans were being written about. I mean, when you go back and look in the literature at that time, they're not being written about.
Right.
So it's, when she says that they're erasing you, that's exactly what they do. But here's the kicker to that. If they get you to do it, it absolves them of all, it's like they didn't do nothing.
If you don't protest, you're consenting. When you see Alice Ball being called an African American, clearly she's not an African American. She was not called an African American, even at the early turn of the century or whatever. She was not there. She was not that. She was colored. She was Negro. And she was the first chemist. She got a treatment for leprosy. What the heck? She's the one who fixed leprosy. Didn't nobody tell me about that. I was kind of wondering. I've wondered for years, how did they fix leprosy? Because you hear about it from Bible times. It took a daggone Indian to do that. It took an Indian to do that. I didn't know about this. I just learned about this just a second. Just right now with you guys. This is crazy. We don't even know. We don't know. We can't even scratch the surface of what we've done. And then we have no idea what's been done in our own families. But yet we got brothers on here, want to be Moors, want to be Israelites, want to be freaking Kemet. They want to be everything. And we have done everything on the planet. We've done it. Cured leprosy, y'all. Y'all so biblical. Honey, that's a Bible thing. She treated that. Alice Ball, a sister. But yet you want to go back to Kemet and back to there going, the glory days of the ancients. What? We don't gotta go ancient. We can go present. We can go right in our families. We can go right in this nation because the greatness is here. It always has been. We need to understand that we need to focus on ourselves. Focus on being the greatest that we can be and being who we really are. Do what we do and sow our energy into others who have gifts and talents that we don't. Yes, they're calling everybody African American pony logs. Everybody. And we're not saying anything. That is consenting. Every time. See, that's why, that's also why you all need to repatriate, because you need to be the voice of the indigenous for your people in your respective homelands. That way, when they do it, like when I'm in there going to Eastern Shore or Virginia, I'll be like, no, you don't call us that. You don't call us no Africans. There are no Africans here. And they hate me. But hey, they're going to have to deal with it. And I'll fight them all the way. I'll harass them down. I'll wear them out. Because that's what we have to do. If you're silent, you're consenting. If you don't say anything, oh, the African American school is being restored. What? How you calling that an African American school? And they put sisters up in the front to push these agendas. Oh, we're just going by what the people who attended it felt comfortable with. No, I don't care what they're comfortable with. It's historically a lie. And I will not allow you to continue pushing a historical lie on my people on the Eastern Shore. That's what you have to do. You have to fight these lies because they're erasing you from the planet. You don't belong in your real homeland, and you don't belong in a lie of a homeland they're trying to send you to.
Let me put this how bad it is and how we look. I just want to give you 3 scenarios that we've done in the past 20 years that just done set us back 100 years. The first one was, now these are just the recent ones. It's been done for the past 160 years, damn near every year. But these are 3 blunders we made. These were major. And we act like we had nothing to do with it. The first one, that Barack Obama thing. What was that? I mean, and you know how y'all was when it was first going down. Negroes was backflipping with no hands down the street. This is the return of Jesus. Then these were the things that were being said. That one. What was the next one? Kamala Harris. Huh? What was that? None of these are American Indian women. All Barack Obama's foreign. His mama's from somewhere. His daddy's an African. You pushed that over. The African American made sure that happened. I mean, would get fighting mad if you said, shouldn't you rethink this? This is what the African American did. Then when it died out and nothing happened about it, Negroes took the posters down, just swept it under the carpet. Then this Kamala Harris thing. Huh? How's it going? How's that going? So this is what I'm saying. They make up these scenarios and get you to play the part. That's how it's done. We're in whatever year it is. And we haven't even caught on yet. The majority haven't caught on yet. Whatever that TV or that radio tells them to do, they don't break an inch from it. So these things that we're being led to, make sure you tell the kids this and make sure you set up a map for them. If you want to know how to set up one, just contact me. But they're leading you down a road. Shit, you halfway there and you don't like it now. What do you think it's going to be like when you get to where they want you to go?
Yeah, I mean, like you said about the Kamala Harris thing, like, evidently it didn't go so well. I mean, and that's just, she's just one of many. Especially with the name Busta Rhymes do, like he's another one, like he's the maker, you know what I mean? But and he's also said things about us and didn't even bat an eye, you know what I mean? He said something like negative about us and like just promoting himself out there, and obviously he's from Jamaica, but we just blindly fall into his own. Why we follow him? Like he's acting one of us. He's not. You know what I mean? So Kamala Harris is one of them. And there's so many actors, you know what I mean, that may look like us, but they're not actually us, which is good that term. Not all skin. And as a matter of fact, I also I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but you'll also see a little bit of that, something similar to that in my novel, or whenever you give it a chance. I kind of see that. So when you guys see that part, you'll definitely see what I'm talking about. Gary?
Yep. Okay. So this brings us back to the whole point of we need to, like I said, focus on building our own legacy, our own, and also connecting with our own past and researching ourselves so that we have a better understanding. Research our words. And if you're into spirituality, research your real spirituality. Why are you borrowing from some weirdo strangers? Like, that makes no sense. It's about time we did what we were meant to do and are the people that we're meant to be. I mean, that's what we should be doing, right? So it's really important to connect with people that are actually, doing things, moving in direction where we're promoting just our history, promoting our creativity, promoting our connection to our past and our future. And Rasan writes about he does work that is kind of sci-fi in nature. So that is like futuristic. So I mean, but that is what we, that's a whole nother thing. But we also need to reclaim our past, but we most importantly need to put our stamp on the future. As one of the people in the chat was saying, actually mentioning as well. So we want to do that. We want to make sure we are, becoming the voice of the present and the voice of the future, right? So here we are. I'm gonna try to get you guys to see. I'm gonna get this in here. I'm gonna go see what else I can do. Okay, I'm gonna try to get back. I'm sorry, and get to his channel. Let me see. Okay. All right. So let me get
my channel.
Yeah, I'm trying to get everything all posted up so I can show what I'm supposed to be showing, which is what I want to do now. I'm getting it queued up. Okay, cool. All right. So let me stop it. Let me go to my StreamYard. And so he's done this really great novel. This young man, we just trying to make sure if you guys are working on something, if you got a dream, if you're working on something, if you want to do something, if you already done something, we want to start making that the energy that we are putting forth. Let's promote, let's support, let's build on in that level. What you got going on, what you dream of doing, let's figure out how to do it together. If you're trying to research, if you need help, let's help each other. Let's build. Let's unify to get things done. That's what we need to be doing. Anything else is a waste of our time. Anything else is detracting, okay? And we don't have time for that. We got to build. We got to move forward. So we got to be encouraging. We got to be unified. And we got to be focused on us, on ourselves, who we are as a people together. That's what we need to be doing. So I'm about to get this going. I think I may have it about ready to queue up. Can y'all see it? Can y'all see it?
Before you begin, I'd like to say something.
Yeah. I'm trying to
Okay,
stop
guys.
it.
So, what you're about to see is a promotional animation based on my novel, and like Lisa was saying, you know, if you have something that you're passionate about, and you have something like, you know, that you're working on, you know, like really stick to it. You know, this is what we really need as a people. And I've been watching Carrie's channel along with Lisa talking to Carrie as well. I've been watching these two for a while, and I remember writing this novel as I was listening to them, and they were always talking about we need to have our own things, and I've always stuck with that for so long. And even as I was writing, you know, and finally, I'm honored to finally get to present to not only them but you guys as well. And I just want to show you guys what being creative and like, especially for your own, you know, being creative for your own, you know, can be like. I want to give you guys a taste of what we could have if we just put our minds together, and if we really, like we said, you know, always create our own things, and whether it be novels or, you know, restaurants, anything, any type of business, we need to create it within our own community. And so, again, this is just a taste of what could be. Like I said, this is a promotional animation based off my novel, and I hope you enjoy. Lisa, please play the show.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so what you guys just saw, like I said, you know, that was just an emotional. What you do, that's okay. So it won't go to the next video. Or you know what? Yeah, rewind it to where it said like yeah. You just rewind it to where it said the title. Turtle Island Gunner, Black Man's True Colors. Right? And that was the promotional trailer for my book. Available now on Amazon, or you can do it on Amazon. Like the Majors for Island Gunner, you should be able to see my name on the of that same title. And so basically, when you really go get the experience.
Yeah, a little louder.
Can you hear me now?
That's better.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so I'm not sure if that's pretty clear, but like, yeah, that was the trailer.
Speak up again. You're drifting off.
How about now?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this good?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed that trailer of my novel, that emotional trailer of my novel. And as you can see on the screen, like it says,
You're moving your mouth away. Like as you talk, you're moving your mouth away from the phone or whatever. So it's drifting away. It's getting lighter.
Oh, okay. How about that?
That's better.
All right. Well, yes. So I hope you guys really enjoyed that. And as you can see, that's the title of my book there, Major Turtle Island Gunner, Black Man's True Colors. And so when you go on Amazon, like it says where it's available on, when you go there and you type in that title you see along with my name, you'll see it instantly arrive. And so if or when you ever give it a chance, you'll get an experience of what it would be like if we classified ourselves as our true ethnicity, right? And you'll get a definite, like a feeling of an adventure of what it would be like for, I say Amerindian personally. A lot of us say Aboriginal or Aborigine or Indian. I say Amerindian personally, but you'll get to see what it's like for an Amerindian to live in an environment where we don't know who we are. You know what I mean? So I hope that's and you'll see it. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you have actually experienced that for real. For those of you who do know who you are, I'm sure there's been some times where you tried to tell someone, hey, this isn't what it seems. And well, to say the least, their mind is black, right? They have a black mind that's shadowing your what you're saying, right? So that's the purpose of this book here. You'll get to relate to the story. You'll get to feel the story, as in like when you are reading or identifying from your true colors, and you'll see the struggles of living as your true ethnicity while living around people who look like you, but mentally they're not like you at all. They're not all the way there. So I hope that's enough to pique your interest or pique your curiosity, and to be like, what's it like to be this when you're surrounded by a living misnomer? Okay, if that makes any sense. And that's the cover of my book there. That's the front cover right there. And what you see featuring my character, Sharoni, and his companion, that bird companion, whose name is Inkaboo. And so, aside from the names, that's all. That's for the most part, all I'll give you, say to you there. But that's the front cover of my novel, Major Turtle Island Gunner, and then my name, Rasan Ali Tatum, of course, me, who was written by. And like I said, the characters you see is Sharoni, who's carrying that gun, that black and yellow American Indian gun that you see, right? And his companion named Inkaboo. And I don't know if you guys guessed, but this is definitely a sci-fi. I love sci-fi. And just playing with the future is what I love to do. I'm literally, not just like showing my true colors here, but I'm also playing with the future. And you'll get to experience me playing with the future, and you'll get to see it for yourself, right? So, yep, that's what it looks like. It's sci-fi, and without giving too much, you know.
I could read a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You just reminded me. Yeah, we did talk about that. Yeah, earlier. Okay. Yes. Lisa Cypress here. She actually has a copy of my book. She has, like you said, she actually has like more than one copy, but I only need one, right? So she does.
Well, I
probably
suggest
has-
that I actually brought several, and as you see on that Amazon thing, I purchased on December 22nd, and the majority of my copies got to their destination before Christmas. So I think I ordered 3 to come to Atlanta. 3 went to one spot in Virginia, and then I ordered 2 or 3 for another group of family in Virginia. So I think the Virginia ones didn't make it until after Christmas, but the ones I ordered on this 22nd for Atlanta, they were here before Christmas. So we got to actually see the book, enjoy the book for Christmas. So that was pretty cool.
That's quite special. That's quite special.
Yeah, it's a really cool book.
If you ask me.
People are really excited, and they're really pleased with it. And I'll read like just a few pages in, just to give you an idea how this reads, and just to pique your interest. I'm just gonna do like a couple pages, okay? This is chapter 1. Let me turn this down. I think I got him on speaker, so I'll go turn that off. Okay. So chapter 1, Sharoni and a Special Wingman. Indianapolis, Indiana, 7:31 p.m., year 2021. During a Friday sunset, within a crowded parking lot of an Aboriginal American Indian restaurant called Turtle Island Grubbing, is a traditional spirit festival known as the Indigenous American Spirit Festival. One specific individual who was currently at this special event is a 6'11" tall, lanky, yet slightly muscular 23-year-old copper-colored skinned Amerindian man named Sharoni Was. His hairstyle is a large-sized black frohawk, which is basically an afro with only both sides of his head smoothly shaved into a fade, leaving the remainder of his hair unshaven. Additionally, he has 2 long black American Indian feathers poked through the upper back part of his frohawk, stretching high above it. On his right arm, he has a tattoo that shows a tomahawk and an arrow crossing each other. I think I'll leave it there. Anyway, that's just an introduction as to the appearance of Sharoni, which you kind of saw. But I mean, it's an excellent read. It's very exciting. It's got a lot of things that are going to make you think, not just about the future, but about present day. Very much it's great for like a broad amount of ages, from 92 to 9, from 9 to 92, I would say. This is a great book, and if you have an advanced reader, it could be a little younger than 9, but let's hope that everybody has advanced readers in the family. But it's a really good read, and it's great. And he also has a short story. Doesn't you say you have a short story as well?
Right now, I am in the process of editing it, but I do have a short story. I do. It's already written. I'm just editing it, making sure everything is corrected and correctly or grammatically written correctly. But yes, the short story is already done. The short story will also be just as exciting, and I can't wait to present that one as well when I get a chance.
Well, we want to let everybody in the chat know that you're going to be back like next week, and you'll be, and so the Indigenous one's going to do an interview with just, you, and kind of get into your creative process, what motivated you, how you get things done, what got you into sci-fi, what, how did you start writing, what motivates you, and also about your Indigenous understanding, how that all starts. So he's going to actually, be interviewed in depth by the Indigenous one, as only the Indigenous one is able to. So that's coming up, like between look for it. It's going to be announced by the Indigenous one between Sunday and Wednesday of next week. So look for that interview. It's going to be an in-depth interview, with Rashawn, so you can actually understand and get an idea, maybe get motivated, ask him questions yourself, get up on stage, and you can, kind of like get together. You might be working on something, you might want to collaborate, you know what I'm saying? And, this is an opportunity. That's what we want to encourage. We want to encourage people to come together, collaborate, talk to each other, and hopefully we can get Tyron on the stage too, so he can start talking, because they are actually connected to each other, and they have mutual interests and, compatible skills. So they're looking at also collabing in the future. So that's what we want to build here. We want to build. Okay. We're not about trying to, bellyache and moan and cry and criticize. We're trying to build, create, and encourage you guys to be your best selves and to move forward and to be free and to be, emancipated from this system that has got us trapped and got us still enslaved. Okay. So we're trying to work that out. That's what we're doing. And thank you for sharing this, your work, man. This is awesome. Carrie?
Oh, yeah. Well, anytime. And I actually thank you for giving me a chance to briefly discuss it on your show with Carrie here. And next week, I would definitely love to discuss it more in depth. I would love to discuss it more in depth, like as I'm being interviewed by Carrie here. No problem whatsoever. Absolutely, I'm down. I'm up for it. And I had to see someone say just bought it. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Please enjoy the read, enjoy the book. Once it gets to you, you won't be disappointed. You won't be disappointed. That's for sure. So again, I thank you for buying it, and anyone else who buys it, I also thank you, and you won't be disappointed. I can promise you that.
Absolutely. It's awesome. And yeah, exactly. You got Carrie with his book. You got Chief Ratman with his book. These things should be on your library. These things should be on your gift list. Like, that's something that we should always give out, our Indigenous products information, share that with each other. That's what we should be doing. We should be vibing on this. And don't put off the fact that you make a cream or you bake something well, or your kitchen. You can legally bake things and sell them out of your kitchen. Let's get popping with this. You guys, skills, you have interests. We need to be making money with each other. We buy everything. Let's buy from each other. Let's build this. Let's grow. Let's love each other. Let's manifest the greatness that we are, and let's appreciate it in one another and supporting one another. We need to do this, whatever you need. Well, yeah, I'm done throwing away my money on dumb stuff. My money is going to be sold into people and to energy and things that count, Indigenous people that are wanting to do things. That's where I'm throwing my money at. I'm not throwing my money away on any other dumb stuff. I will never, if you understand, don't be, come on. All these things that we get addicted to, all these labels and dumb stuff. Nah, let it go. Let it go. Sell your red bottoms and buy some daggone red people books. Okay, let's do that. How about that? Carrie?
Yes, ma'am.
What you got?
Well, I want to say thank you to Rashawn for coming on and showing us his skills. And like we said, me and him are going to get together next week, and we're going to go deeper into what motivates him and what gives him to think about nature, what gets him think about what his people did in the past, what motivates him today, by their words and their actions. So that's what we're going to get into. And we encourage everybody to get into what were your people about. I mean, you're directly connected to them. What did they do? What did they create? The people, the groups that people are always talking about, those people never create anything. They're just people from downtrodden lands. When you go to these deserts, there's nothing there. There's nothing in Egypt but the pyramids. It's a desert. The land is dead. How did the land dry up and die? See, that's what when Hoteps come talking to me, that's the first question I ask them. They don't say anything. When I ask the Hebrew Israelites, why are you guys walking around in the desert for 40 years? Why is it 12 tribes of dudes? How come there's no daughters? They never say nothing. That's how you know it's all bullshit.
Right.
So don't keep getting caught in these ideologies that you are trained with from other people. You from right here. You can trace your grandmama directly. You probably know her. Don't make it to where she's written out of history, because that means you're being written out of history. Get with your people, find what they did. All these places around America are wonderful places. That's why people come from all over the world to take your spot, because you ain't feeling it. You rather help kill the people off of the land instead of growing it. So we gotta quit with that bullshit. So I want to thank Tyron. I want to thank this brother right here. I want to thank Lisa. I want to thank the millions, because it's a lot of us. It's just that we're more than 13%, which gets us to look at ourselves in a lower rate. No power's coming out because we don't think we're that many people. But to the millions of people who are doing things and motivating other people and helping us get out of this whole, I don't know what this mindset is, but it's not working for the majority of us. And we need it to work for all of us. So I want to thank you tonight, Rashawn. Really appreciate you.
And I want to thank you as well for having me on here. And before we conclude everything, Lisa, will you please show my YouTube channel, if you would, please? Or
Yeah. Hold on.
so that some people can know where to follow me, because I do have my own YouTube channel where everyone else can follow me at. And that's my business email, guys, chiefratman_1@yahoo.com. You can message that for more updates. If you have any questions on any for any updates or information like that, you can contact me there. And my YouTube channel. Oh, and that's another picture of me too. If you the black and white picture, it was like a quick glimpse. I don't know if you guys saw it, but Ross Ali Tatum, Chief Ratman, and my novella. So yeah, that's another picture of me there. And I will also have to show you guys my YouTube channel.
Okay, hold on.
Is there a way you can show that? Or
yeah, I can.
So we'll just
okay.
keep that a brief wait, if you will.
Am I there yet? No.
No, I don't.
Okay, I'll fix it. Hold on, I'll get it there.
Take your time. But my YouTube channel is where I will mainly be providing even more updates, or possibly even hosting Q&As. So if you have any questions about authorizing or authorization, or if you have any questions about any of my series, whether it be my short story or my novel, Major Turtle Island Gunner, anything like that, this is where I will be presenting my updates on that, as well as live Q&A and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Did I have it? Did I get it, or I didn't have it? Oh.
You did have it for a little bit. I don't know if it was long enough for everybody to see properly, but it was. You had it for a little bit, yeah.
I think I got it again. Oh no, I see. I see what I'm doing wrong. Okay. No, I don't really see what I'm doing wrong. Okay, got it.
Yeah, perfect right there. So guys, all right. So as you can see, I just reached 100 plus subscribers. I even made a video thanking my fans for 100 subscribers. So that's my YouTube channel, Chief Ratman channel. That's where you'll be seeing a lot more animations, such as the one you just saw. So stay tuned. I do have another one I'm working on as well already. So you're definitely gonna like that as much as you did the animation you just saw. So this is where I'll mostly be at. That's my channel right there. So if you want to, see more animations or you want updates or anything, Oh, I understand that. Okay, yeah. That's where I once was before, and that's after multiple ideas, I finally landed on Chief Ratman. And plus, fun fact here, my nickname is Rat because my first name obviously from Har, my middle name Ali, is A, and my last name Tatum, so R-A-T, right? So that's why I came up with Ratman, and I love comics, and I'm also a filmmaker as well, like you, Magic C. So I thought you can't be more accurate than that. There's no better name for me but Chief Ratman, and being Amerindian, like the Amerindian chief and being Ratman, I just had to stick that on there. Like there's no better name for me. So as a filmmaker, that definitely fits. And so just like how I did, I'm sure you'll find a good Amerindian company name for you as well. Yeah, Magic C.
Brother, I wish you all the success in the world. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep inspiring people, and keep making it happen.
I sure will.
All right, brother. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Lisa, you want to close out for the night?
I did. I wanted to just say one thing for the peeps. One more thing for the peoples. Let me see if I got it. Are you seeing it in the screen?
No.
Oh, well, I'm failing now. Hold on. Let me get out again. All right. So presentation. There we go. Yeah, we're going to get it now. We're going to get it. There we go. Okay. Yay, I got it. Okay, so this is what I wanted to share. I just want to share to everybody. Let's just start dreaming. You know what I mean? Get your ancestors, get your dreams, get your old pictures of your family, get your new pictures of what you envision. Start manifesting whatever it is your heart's desire is, no matter how outrageous it is, no matter what anybody else has to say about it. You can do it. And the other thing is, let's be real about it. There's an audience for everything. There is someone who is interested in shopping for your product, no matter what it is. Okay. So do not be discouraged, be encouraged, be determined, be directed, and just do it. Start by writing it down. And, I really do believe in, making a visual statement because we're visual people. So I like vision boards because it does put your thoughts on a place that you can look to every day and wake up to every day and be reminded of what your goals should be. I think that this is important for us to do. I think it's good for us to look and plan and have these things in our uppermost mind and to speak them into existence. But that's what we need to be doing. We need to be speaking things into existence, and we need to be deleting the things from existence that we don't want in our lives or in our world. We have that power. That's all I have to say. You guys, thank you for being here. You are the best. Thank you, Indigenous One. You are the greatest of them all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving us this platform. Thank you for making things so clear to us, crystal clear, that even a baby can understand it because you're that intelligent. We appreciate you. You are wonderful. Good night.
You told Tweet. Thanks, Lisa, for hanging out with us tonight and always sharing your wisdom with us. Look, everybody, all this stuff you see going on, and anything that tries to make people move in America today is dying out. People are getting sick of it. A new way of life is emerging. Either you're going to be in it or you're going to fall by the wayside. We need your strength, your spiritual strength, your mental strength, your psychological strength, all those things that you got from your ancestors, recent ancestors. These people ain't been gone 100, 200 years. They're right here where you can see pictures of them. So find out your people, find out who they are, find out where they lived, find out what they did, find out the minerals that they grew up in, and take all of that, and you can use that for yourself now. Now, just imagine if 100 of you did it, 200, 1,000. Imagine what can be created. So you got to imagine it and just start to work. This is why it's important, very important, to find out who you are. See, when somebody tells you who you're not, it throws you way off the path. Way off the path. You start believing what other people say about a land they ain't never been in. And the last thing, and this is most important, start questioning everything anybody says, even me. Question it. Question the hoteps. How did Egypt become a desert? What happened? Why are we always taking instruction from people who come from deserts? Y'all got to know the answer to that. So these are the kind of questions we got to start asking your people right here, where everybody's trying to get with. So we're going to holler at you guys a little later on in the week. Hope you guys starting off with a good week. And thank you for hanging out with us. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.